Welcome, C# learners. This is the demonstration video for the Prep 1 and have a link on GitHub where you can watch this video as well if you would like. So for Prep 1 in my repository, here if you go to C# Prep, then Prep 1, I'm going to be explaining this program right here, which is an input, an output, and then an input and an output using some variables here. So this is using VS Code here. You can see the full program here. We use console.writeLine, and so at first here, I'm just going to take all this right here and comment it out. And we will just run the program with the beginning here, console.writeLine, and show what that does here. So in order to run that, if you come over here and press this right here, then you can, which is the debugger, run and debug, then you can click this button right here, and in the terminal here it will run it and compile it, and then you see the outcome. So this console.writeLine, what it does is prints this statement, and then this is just a space underneath that says welcome to Prep 1 demonstration, C# learner. Okay, so now what we want to do here is ask a question and get some information here. So to explain a few things here, so console, we have just console.write, and what you'll notice when we do that, it's asking for an entry here, and then this right here is going to pick that up, console.readLine. So the variable right here, which is for first name, you can see above you have to identify what that goes. This is in C#. You'll have to identify what type it is, and this is going to be a string. So let's run that and see what happens. Alright, so it asks me what is my first name, so we enter this in, Jeremy. Now if you notice here, because there is just the right and not the right line goes to the next line. But when we do console just write, then it just stops and stays on that line. So I enter my name on the same line there, and then I enter that. Right here it read it and is storing that now as the fname variable there. So then console.write asks what my last name is. So that's Sahansky, and once again it's just console.write, so it's on the same line. Press enter, and that's the end of what we have here, but it is also stored that one in that variable. And now if we run this one more time, let me uncomment this, and we can run it again, and it compiles it. That's the process of the .NET there, and then first name Jeremy, your last name is Sahansky, whoops. And then it repeats back in this last line, console.writeLine. Now this $sign here says that you can insert these variables right into the sentence here within a bracket, and so within the quotation marks, and then it will write that and go to the next line after that, and repeats back. So your name is, and inserts the last name and then the first name and then the last name, so you can see that those variables stored the answers there. And that's one last thing here. So in the line up here, you saw that we named the type of the variable right here, and then we stored reading the line into that variable. You can do that all in one line here. Just name the variable and then store it right in within the same line, which we did in that for the last name there. So that's a simple explanation of this simple program to be able to give some output and take some input and store those in variables, and then put that back, those variables with the input, back into the output. So that's a brief beginning here for C# language. I hope this demonstration video was helpful to you, and hope to see you again in the future.